All right, this video will show you how to navigate through Facebook Stories, the newest feature on the Facebook app, just rolling out to everybody. So we're going to jump into the Facebook app, and I am on a Galaxy Note 4, if that helps, but that's what the interfaces we're working with. So here is the layout I have, and as you can see, we've got some new navigation added to the top. This should not be a new phenomena to you if you have a Facebook app and you use it regularly. But now we've got this whole row of story circles up here. This looks very similar to what you would see in Instagram, by the way, which makes sense since Facebook owns Instagram. But this new set of story row has been set up here as well. And so there are a couple things I want to point out. First, we've got this row that lets you navigate through stories, add to your story. You also now, by the way, the camera icon up on the top left will actually get you into where you can start a story. So when you first get this feature, you won't actually see your face in that first bubble under your story. You'll see a little plus sign. That will appear anytime you don't have 24 hours of story. If the last 24 hours up to that moment have gone through no uploads to your story, you will see an add to your story. I have added to my story in the last 24 hours, so my face appears there. And as you can see, the profile picture of all your friends appears to where anyone has uploaded to their Facebook story, and you can click on any one person to go ahead and check out what they've added. All right, so let's say that I would like to go ahead and add to my story. So I have a couple ways I can do that. One way is I can swipe right on this whole row, and here I am with my story. And if you're familiar with Snapchat, this is very similar. If you're familiar with Instagram stories, it's even more similar. But you're basically in camera mode. So now my Facebook app, my stories app, is using my camera to be able to do a couple things. I want to hop back quickly though and show you another way to get into this. So hit that little right button that gets you back into Facebook. You can also, instead of swiping, tap that top camera icon, and we're back. So here is where you can add to your stories, whether you've added yet or you've already added some. So let's go around the navigation. A little bit different than Snapchat. So as we already pointed out, the top right arrow will get you back over into your standard Facebook feed. Over on the left, this might be a little familiar to those of you who are used to that kind of navigation, but if you swipe down, it'll actually take you dot by dot through different filters and appearances that you can add to your appearance here on the story. So that's one of those where I'm going to be, it looks like I think that if I do action, it's actually a little bit augmented reality here, and it gives me my face. So then if I cycle down again, I can eat pizzas. And if I cycle down again, it's loading my face, and in a moment we're going to see a very scary animal come and get me. Yes, so it's going to obviously have timely sponsored filters based on what the time of year it is and what things are being promoted through Facebook stories, just like with the other apps. And you can cycle through here. And now I have a cool kind of a Star Wars going on thing helmet there, cycling through a few more. Got a cool little arrows thing which makes you look a little paranoid. And then you get this nice staticky filter, and that will affect how your output of your audio is. Now, for those of you who might be wondering, is that it? Is that all I get? It is not, in fact. So these are some of the top filters, but if you go down to the little magic wand on the bottom left, so now we can see some more filters, and as you can see, we see way more than we even just saw. So I could add this kind of swirly gig appearance to myself, so it gives a really cool hue and different things like that. You can add some of these overlay filters or augmented filters, so they track with you and follow you around. These are pretty fun too, and as you can see, it's doing that little loading thing. It's basically mapping your face so that it can map whatever illustration it's trying to do to your face. Okay, so that's again very similar to Snapchat or Instagram. And you can get over here, and again, just try out different filters and see how you like them. There you go. Okay. So now let's say you land on a great filter. I like this bearded one. I haven't tried this one yet. You land on a filter and you'd like to use it, oh nice, use it in your picture. So now you have a couple options, and again, you always have the camera option. You can see you can flip it forward, and it's still trying to find a face because you're using a particular filter. Or I can flip it back, and we're back with my glittery beard. Okay? So now I have a couple options. I could either tap once on that central bottom button, which is your capture button. If I tap once, it's going to catch a brief photo of me or a still shot of me. So it's not even brief, it's uber brief. So from there, I can also add additional filters. Perhaps I want to add some bananas to what I've already done with myself. I can add some text. So I can add text here, say Rachel is the best at Facebook stories. And we can also change the color of that text as well. See if it lets us do a little. We can actually do some select all if we want to change things. We could make one of these words just one color. Let's try that. Nope, okay. So once we're done with that, and then I can actually move that text around anywhere on my picture. I can also doodle. So this works really great if you have a stylus, but you can pick what color you want to do, and you could just draw a little circle around my head and go crazy. Okay, and if you want to undo what I did, I can just hit the undo button and be done. And before you move on, if you just think this is a masterful work of art, you can hit the bottom right download button, and that will actually save this to your phone to use elsewhere. So you can actually redistribute this particular content somewhere else. If you want to go post it to Instagram, you can, or put it on a website or whatever you'd like to do. So once we do that with a still shot, we can hit the right arrow, and that's going to allow us to share it somewhere. So once we get over to where it's going to let us share, it's going to apply all the effects we've done. So now our options are to share it to your story, or you can add it to a Facebook post, a traditional Facebook post in your feed, or both. Or you can add it to any of your friends. You can actually send them a direct message, and we'll hop into that in a moment. We can actually send these people direct messages as well, which would basically just send this part of your story just to them. If you only select a friend, it would only go to those people. Okay? Again, very similar to Snapchat. So once you hit that you're going to do that, you're going to go ahead and hit go, and it's going to go. And so now you can see that it's cycling around my little bubble, that it's actually loading that. I'll hop back over and we'll do another one where it's a video. It'll go pretty quickly again too. So I'm going to go ahead and swipe right while that's loading. And now we're going to go ahead and do a video. So we'll record a video. Here we are recording a video about how Facebook Stories works as part of the YouTube tutorial that'll be on my YouTube channel shortly. And we do have a little bit longer than you would normally have on Snapchat. We actually have 15 seconds, which matters. 5 seconds means a lot. So once you're done with your video, it's now going to show you the video, or at least try to replay it. It should anyway, and it might not be doing that because of the way I'm recording. But you can do all the same effects that you did before. The thing is, if you want to apply a filter, a face mapping filter, or the augmented filter, you would need to do that before you do the video. So in that way, you might want to get the pizzas first and let it find you and kind of map your face. So now I can record my video of me eating pizzas. There's me eating pizzas. All the pizzas. Okay. All right, so let's say I had that video and I could add some text to it. You could doodle on it. I could save it. Oh, and I want to show you one other thing. I'm going to show you this on still shot again because, again, I'm working with, I'll take a still shot. If you click on this, you can flip your camera back and forth, or flip your image back and forth in case you like it from a different angle. So you can do that too. So again, you can do all the same things, and if you want to get saved to your story, you just go back again to that right arrow screen and you have all these options here. Now let's hop back out and we'll let Facebook figure out what it's going to do here. Okay. And of course, Facebook is just grinding under the weight of this new feature. Okay. So one other option you have is that you have direct messages between each other. And again, you can see I have a little notification next to my little blue paper airplane over here. So I'm going to tap on that. So basically, it's giving you here a lineup of anyone you have directly messaged back and forth within Facebook Stories. This is not the same as Facebook Messenger, just to be clear. This is a different messaging app, or different messaging conduit than Facebook Messenger. So this is strictly through Stories. So if I go ahead and look at what James has said, so he's wondering if newsfeeds are going away at some point as he was watching me pontificate about this feature earlier. So if I want, I can also say, yep, makes you wonder. So essentially what's going to happen is that now that I've sent him that, he will get a direct message back tied to this particular part of my story and be able to do that. And you can see that I've had other direct messages going on. And if you want to send someone a photo or video, just type on that and you can go send them a picture. It'll again just prompt you to go hit the right little arrow there. And maybe I want to send that to Erin Sell, and I can send it to her, and again it just lines it up. And this is again not going on my story or as a post, send directly, once a friend opens the photo, they get one more view within 24 hours. So that is one thing to remember too. If I send this to my friend Erin, she can see it, and then she can watch it one more time, and then she's done. These are temporary. So just like with Snapchat stories and Instagram stories, these only last 24 hours. Okay? So we're going to hop back out. All right. Oh, by the way, so if you want to see how many people are viewing your story, type into your story that you've already been doing. And you can see down on the bottom, I see 29 views. If I tap on that, it's showing me who has seen my story. So I've actually had a few people see my story. That's really cool. And the blue dot indicates people who are also doing messages, are also doing Facebook stories. So you can go see their stories as well. But that's essentially how that works. And you can see and kind of gauge how many people are seeing your stories and such. So pretty cool. But that's how that works. And what the fun part is that you really can see a bunch of different filters and options in here. And I'll just get back on video. It's very similar to Instagram stories, pretty darn similar to Snapchat stories as well. So just bear in mind, this is full-on clone wars going on, okay? Everybody's trying to copy each other. This is simply Facebook adding basically Snapchat into its platform. So now you have a completely kind of a standalone island of a feature within Facebook. Because not only can you follow someone in their feed, you can Facebook message them directly and do all the things within that app. But now you actually have these stories, which might add a little different kind of a twist to what you're sharing with people, with your friends, and they can watch it and then direct message you that way. So you be the judge. Let me know in the comments if you think, oh my gosh, this is just too much, or if you're just digging the crud out of this. By the way, one other thing I forgot to let you know is that if you type the little picture thing down below, it'll pull up any past photos of your gallery and allow you to upload those as well. So as you can see, that was my little guy that I had. Woohoo! And you can upload that too. So it will pull from your gallery of your phone, of your device as well. So that's pretty cool too. So yeah, have fun with that, guys. I hope this has been helpful. And please let me know in the comments if you have any questions. And let's figure this thing out and see how it works. Have a great day.